this is the DVR. DVR is contained inside. This is the front of it with the buttons, and that's the back where it has the plugs. Usually when you find it, you'll find it with these foam things on the end. These are really important, and it's important to make sure when you put it away, you put it back in the right way. With the buttons facing us, this is the right, and it's marked right front and right back, and then the left is marked left front and left back. The reason for that, and I'm going to show you, is that the legs in the bottom of this are two different sizes. So there's a large groove and there's a very small groove, and that corresponds to the bottom of the legs. So it's very important when in fact you put this away that we put it back on properly. If you try to force it, it'll just rip that piece. Alright, so now I'm going to just turn this around and slide it back for us. And I'm going to put the monitor on here so you're going to be able to see exactly how I hook this up. Alright, so there we're sitting now looking at the back of this DVR. I'm going to zoom in so you can actually see what I'm actually doing. Okay, alright. We are going to hook up the BNC, which is this one, and the RCA. Now, if you look over here, right here, this is where this says MON, and then this says audio out. This is where we're going to make the connection. These are both outputs into the monitor. That's so we can see it and we can hear it. I'm going to hook up the audio. You have to be very careful because this plug down here is a little weak from being things pushed in and pulled out, and you have to make sure you don't like move it up and down. So all you want to do is just want to line it up and just slide it straight in. Now, the BNC has little grooves on the side here that it hooks into, because on the jack there's going to be little nubs. So when you slide this on, you're going to slide it on easy. It goes pretty easy, and you're going to make sure it goes all the way on, and then you're just going to turn this nut, and you're going to hear it locks. Okay, be careful when you're checking to make sure that it's attached, that you don't pull this plug out, because remember what I said, this is just an adapter. So now that we have this hooked up, we can go to the next part of this. Now, one of the things you'll notice that I didn't do on either of these pieces of equipment is I didn't hook up the actual power cords for it. So we're going to do that now. The first power cord is going to be for the monitor. It goes here, and it's a funny kind of a shape. This is what it looks like on this end. Okay, it's kind of like an L. It's like a snake or whatever, and it's shaped a certain way. It's got a funny shape, and it only fits in there one way. So you're going to push this straight in. You'll feel it actually hook up, and that's really all you have to do. Now, the DVR, it's over here, and I'm going to show you. I'll zoom in on it, and you will see that this is where the power goes. It's marked DC 12 volt. Don't worry about the power switch just yet. This is what the actual plug looks like. Very similar to the plugs that are on the cameras. And I'm just going to push it straight in to the back of this unit, and you'll see it connects. No problem. Let me zoom out. Now, the next thing we have to do before we actually power anything on or turn anything over is we're going to hook up the mouse. Now, the mouse can only be hooked up in the back. There's a USB port back here, if you look. There's also one, see where it says USB? There's also one on the front. However, the front one will not allow you to operate and control the software, so it has to go into this back piece. So I'm going to retrieve the mouse. Now, we have a couple of them. The one I prefer is the one with the retractable cord. It seems to have a better response, and that also is in this blue bag. So if I go to the blue bag and I pull out the this is the one. It's a blue It's actually a blue mouse. And what you want to do is you're going to want to pull this to make the cord be long. I like to run the cord under all the other cords because this is going to get very confusing at one point. And then you just slide it into the back here, into that USB port. It can only go one way. You can't really do a whole lot. So that's the back of these connections with the actual monitor and the mouse and the hookups power. Now I'm going to pause it and I'm going to hook up on the back one camera, but I'm going to explain to you what exactly the connections are. So just pause there, hang on 1 second.